Hi, this is PhD Oborse Offshore. It's the 7th of June 2015. I think it's correct to almost a second to watch. I'm going to go for yet some more inventions under the name Flo Quatre for Bulgarian taxes for their healthcare system. So that would be maybe from number 45 as Flo Quatre to further, and it would be as for the Genius Sperm Bank passing it on to Bulgarian taxes number what would it be? I think I was at 65, so 1165, so it would be 1166 onwards. Okay, so this is the watch again. Okay. Yeah, so I'll dice. So I quit at 43 usually. Okay. I would say strictly the first one is a bit of a doubter. I think it's strictly a D though. I think it's strictly a D. Strictly speaking, a D. It's mostly D, the first one. Then the second one is I. The third one is B. Dip. DIB. So D is diffusion, which is temperature. L and D is temperature. I is current. B is magnetic field. So I gotta relate those things. So it becomes temperature is resistance. In fact, temperature to the power of n times a constant is resistance according to some formula I saw. So I relate these things to create force. DIB. Okay. If I see it myself. Okay. So okay, I'll write that down. DIB diced. So I just have this page. I'll continue to this page. I'll continue here. DIB diced. D is or is TKTN is K show how far I got on the lower page. That's part there. That's how far I got there. So again, 7/6/2015, 05:15 a.m. So there's a time there too. It's 05:15 a.m. It's time there. V is V per X is I R per X. VQ is V Q. F is EQ, VBQ is VB is I is V per X is IR per X. F is Q, B is Q, IR X. F is Q, B, B plus Q, IR X is F is Q, B, B plus Q, I, ln, IK, and then D, N, divided by X. F is Q, Q times E, B of half times I, K, L, N, E of N, X, root. Okay. F is Q root there's Q B D 0.5 I K L N D N X 0.5. Okay, so that's my force creation. That's the forces I created. I wouldn't say it's okay. So that would be the forces, and yeah, so how many forces I count. So I already had QIRX. Let's see if I already had this. Which one I already had before. IRQ, yeah. IRQ, yeah, okay. Yeah. So there's an acid damage original material in here, except the new material might be yeah, I gotta think about coming up, making it slightly more original. I would say if the only force that might be legitimate is this force, this last one, if it's new. Okay, so that would be I think if this is correct, this last part is a new force. Also, this as a total force using the sum is also new, because it involves it in a sum. Also saying the force is not just this part, it's also this part plus this part, so that makes it maybe new. It's also this part and the root of this part makes it also new, which is the same thing as this. Okay, so it might be this as a new force and this as a new force, since it involves this one, since it involves this part, the V times B, and this one since it has a type of root of both, so it involves root of both, so that might make it new too. So there might be two new forces there in effect. Okay, so I think it would be considered two new forces, but I'm not necessarily sure. So I gotta think about if I can make it more original in some way. And I thought about it, and I'm going to frame Q as B in effect. Q is B is E times V. B times V is E. Yeah, so Q is F in effect. Yes, so Q B is F. B is F per V Q. Okay, so and Q is F per EB. So that would make it in this particular setting, F is F2 divided by VB, being substitution of Q, times IK ln D N divided by X. So I reframe this part and the Q part. So I reframe the Q part as the new. I figure out how to rephrase Q as a different second force part. Okay. So if there would be a second force involved, you could say that Q is in effect something like this, so you can still involve it with LND. Yeah, So you can create this part as a second force. So there's a third force that is partially has a second force in it. That involves this.